Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 43rd District Basketball Tournament at Tates Creek High School. In the boys' game tonight, we had the girls' game and big win for Lexington Catholic Lady Knights. It's Paul Lawrence Dunbar and Lafayette here in this battle here tonight at the 43rd District. Gary Ball in with the King of Stream, William Warfield, and we've got the game for you tonight. Paul Dunbar coming in, coached by Scott Chalk, Lafayette by Mike Mendenhall III. And this game on Prep Spin is brought to you by, of course, the best beef jerky on the planet, Mingy Beef Jerky. That's good stuff. I tell you what, it's really good.
Yeah,
I've been snacking on it.
I'd almost venture out saying it's the best beef jerky in the whole universe.
Yeah. I would say it's right up. It's definitely the best in the universe. You know, in this game, we've got Ray Surratt, the big center for Lafayette for the Generals, and all he's done in his last 5 basketball games is averaged 30 points and 11 rebounds, and that's getting it done, William, in any league, 30 and 10.
Yeah, I mean, he's an outstanding athlete. You know, sometimes I feel like he doesn't get all the credit that he deserves, but I tell you what, Gary, when you talk about big man in the 43rd, he's definitely the top big man in the 43rd.
Yeah, he's 6'9". He can rebound and score. He also can step out and hit the three, you know, from time to time. We've seen him do that throughout the course of the season. Paul Dunbar comes in, a team that's got some size, especially when they have Robbie Todd in there at 6'6". He's a sophomore, and when they have Kamana in there, Robbie Kamana, he is a 6'8" senior. So, you know, when you look at their team, they've got some size too, and they'll try to match their size up against big Ray Surratt, the big center for Lafayette High School.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see Surratt play here tonight. I'm excited to see Coach Mendenhall and the Generals play. And then, of course, Dunbar. You know, it should be a very competitive, fast-paced tempo game. And I tell you, man, it's exciting times. You got the bands here in the house. You just got a great atmosphere here tonight for this one.
Dunbar and Lafayette in the 43rd. We've done a number of these games over the years on Prep Spin, and also when I was doing my radio days with WVLK. I think we did play-by-play there for about 12 years with WVLK, but we saw the error of our ways, and we found it over. There's Greg Todd, the great coach of Morehead State, and also the great coach at Lexington Catholic Girls. I think he won, back-to-back state championships. Yep. Greg Todd, and he's a good tennis player too, William. I found that out last night.
Oh, you get one toe-to-toe with him?
No, he was playing next to me.
Oh, okay.
Court next to me. Really good player. So it is Lafayette and Dunbar here tonight. We'll have the call of this one, and we'll have the public address announcer will give us the starting lineups here in just a couple of minutes. But I know we got folks watching all over the state and all over the country here on this game on PrepSpin.com. A lot of devices they can watch this game on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they can watch it on, obviously all the game systems. A lot of kids like watching on PlayStation 4 or on Nintendo Switch or whatever you have there. It's all on there. And then a lot of you like watching on Roku and Amazon Fire TV, NFHS Network, Facebook, YouTube, you name it, it's out there.
We're at Nolan Barger Gymnasium on the campus of Tates Creek. Nolan Barger sitting right in front of me.
That's
here.
Awesome.
A great coach here at Tates Creek. That's it.
All right. There, we got our sound back.
And it's Lafayette and Dunbar. You know, these two teams, it's always a big rivalry, and they've become a bitter rivalry in the 43rd District. Every team in this 43rd District has won a state championship when you count LCA's All-A Classic State Championship.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
And Dunbar, remember, they won it just a few years ago when they had Tavion Hollingsworth, Mr. Basketball.
Yeah.
They won the state championship that year. Lafayette, I believe, has 6 state titles. Then you look at Tates Creek, they have a state title. Mm-hmm. Then you look at Lexington Catholic, of course, you know, they've got a state title. And, boy, what a basketball team they've got there. We were talking to Coach Salzman. He
might have another one this year.
He was standing behind us here, talking to us. And, well, Coach Salzman's got a fine basketball team this year. Here's the starting lineup.
Gymnasium on the campus of Tates Creek High School. For tonight's boys, 43rd District KHSAA basketball tournament action, featuring the Bulldogs of Paul Lawrence Dunbar and the Generals of Lafayette High School. And now for your Dunbar. A 5'9" freshman, number 2, Nick Spalding. A 6'6"
they're doing Dunbar first.
John Spalding. A 6'4" senior, number 4, Isaiah Smith. A 6'4" sophomore, number 23, Tim Hall Jr. And a 6'6" sophomore, number 32, Robert Todd. Assistant coaches Jeremy Patton, Jordan Brown, Jay Barnes, and the head coach of the Bulldogs, Scott Chalk. And now for the home team from Lafayette High School, a 5'10" junior, number 1, Kobe Blake. A 5'10" freshman, number 13, Jay Young. A 6'3" junior, number 24, Campbell DeYoung. A 6'3" sophomore, number 33, Nick Nelson. And a 6'9" senior, number 34, Ray Surratt. Assistant coaches Adam Wilkes and Scott Pugh, Kevin Hall II, Kevin Bottom, and the head coach of the Generals, Mike Mendenhall II. Tonight on Electronics.
Coach Mendenhall, a former assistant coach of Coach Brandon Salzman of Lexington Catholic.
Spalding's will be big in this game. They both, especially the freshman, Nick Spalding, averaging over 12 points a game. He can really shoot the three. And we'll have Robbie Todd will jump it up for Dunbar. And it'll be big Ray Surratt for Lafayette.
Have a great contest.
Are you ready for some basketball, my friend?
Ready for some basketball. Tournament basketball here in the state of Kentucky. And we are underway here, and the tap is going to be controlled. That's Timmy Hall for the Dunbar Bulldogs. Gives it over to Spalding, looking at the zone defense. Over to Timmy Hall. Back it comes now to Nick Spalding. Go down low, back door, and it's blocked by Surratt on the shot by Todd. Quickly the other way is DeYoung. Gives it to Surratt. Baseline, throws it up and in off the glass. Surratt went glass on him, William.
Yes, he did. Block on one end, and they reward him on the other end. Tough shot, but he got it to go.
2-0, Lafayette Generals on top. As they play catch, the Spalding kids do out front. Right side it goes, and a three-pointer. That's off the mark by Smith, Isaiah Smith. And coming down with the basketball is Kobe Blake. In the corner, it goes now. Nelson knocks it down. Nelson. Abe Nelson makes it 5-0. So you had a Surratt block and a basket on the end, and then to come down, they find Nelson open in the corner.
Yeah, beautiful left wing three for Nelson.
Hall traveled with it as he tried to work on Surratt. Surratt's going to cause a lot of that, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to definitely alter shots, and, of course, the block shots. He's already got one. I expect he'll probably get close to double digits in that, if not getting to double digits with blocks tonight.
Blake works it across for Lafayette. Blake over in the corner. They come out. They swing it now to DeYoung. DeYoung, and we're going to have as he drove to the basket. We've got Jade Hune as the other starter in there for Lafayette. He wears number 13.
He can shoot the rock, too.
He can.
I was watching him a couple games this season, and he kind of impressed me.
DeYoung lobs it to Surratt. Come over to DeYoung, looking down to Surratt. Can't get it to him. Surratt in trouble, and he's going to take it to the basket, put it up, and draw the foul on Robbie Todd.
Well, that's what you want. You know, Coach Mendenhall uses big fellow this whole game. I would just continue to go into him, Gary.
We saw Lafayette at Lexington Catholic earlier this year, but one thing I've noticed right off the bat, Ray Surratt is much more aggressive than he was in that game.
Yeah, he's definitely
got 3 points.
aggressive.
Got 3, and Nelson has 3 on the trifecta out of the left side. It's 6-0. Lafayette on top of Paul Dunbar. Surratt knocks it down. Look good on those free throws. So he's got 4 points now. 7-0. Generals on top. Working across is Spalding. Goes to Hall. Hall almost lost a handle on him. Kicks it over to Spalding. And a high arcing three. Good by Nick Spalding. Makes it 7-3, just like that.
Yeah, you had mentioned the Spaldings have got to step up for Dunbar. That's a really nice shot there that for the first bucket of the game.
DeYoung on the left elbow. Puts it up and rattles it in. DeYoung, that's his first bucket. Campbell DeYoung averaging 8 points a game, 9-3. Timmy Hall. Over now to Dylan Spalding. Spalding pounding the ball down there and works and it gives to Timmy Hall. Hall in trouble. Hall gives it back to Spalding. Comes over to Tim Hall. Hall down the lane, throws it up. No, Ray Surratt trying to pull it out of there.
And indeed he did.
Back to Surratt. Surratt going to the basket. Left hand, missed it on the layup. Went hard to the basket.
You gotta limit those misses.
Shot put up and in by Timmy Hall. First bucket for Hall. 9-5. In the corner it goes to Nelson. Lob down to Surratt. Catches it, post up, puts it, good off the backboard. Trying to battle, get it back. And they're going for the basketball was Hune, and Hall puts a shot up.
Looks like he's going to be fouled on the floor. Well, are they going to say he's shooting? No, it was on the floor. All right, so here's a big thing with Surratt. You have to, when you get position like that, you have to put that ball in the cylinder. Have to.
Lionel Kawimba is checked in for Dunbar, and also in the game is Zach Carter. Spalding over to Carter, left side. Dillon gives him the long three by Spalding, in and out. Surratt tries to get a hand on it, and pulling it out of there is Kobe Blake. 9-5, Lafayette on top. DeYoung into the paint, knocked away on a block there by Smith, and Smith active down there, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
And Kamwimba came out of there with it. Spalding, over it goes to Nick. Nick baseline, and it rolls in. Nice touch by Nick. Spalding's got 5, and it's 9-7. He's got 5 of the 7. Nelson deep in the corner. Punts back now to Yoon. Over it comes now to Blake. Blake back to DeYoung.
Spalding on that other end showing no fear going in there against
He went up over 6'9" Surratt, didn't he?
Yeah.
Down low it goes now to Nelson. Out of the corner, and that shot won't go by Nelson. He hit the first one out of the left side. That was out of the right side. Spalding, pass down low, and there's a shot, and it won't go there for Dunbar, but they get it back. That shot was by Smith. Spalding flips it up, no good, gets his own miss, throws it up. Surratt blocks it on the floor, and Surratt gets it back. Great hustle there by Jade Hune.
Yeah, Hune did an outstanding job right there with the hustle. Surratt, one thing you got to look at this whole game with Surratt is he's got to keep that ball up above his waist.
Three-pointer, good. Out of the corner by Nelson. He loves that spot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Second time he's hit from there.
Seems to be his spot right now.
Got 6 of the 12. It's 12-7. Lafayette 2:44 to go. And this first quarter from Nolan Barger Gymnasium. And there's a 3 out front. Wouldn't go there for Zach Carter. And Lafayette gets a rebound. Nelson over to Hune, down low to Surratt, and he's going to cut to the basket. He's going to be fouled, and that foul's going to go on Lionel Kamwimba. Timmy Hall back in for Dunbar. Going out will be Isaiah Smith. Sean Perkins in for Lafayette.
Kawimba's got fans all over the world.
Lob to Perkins, up and in. Inbound pass. That looked like a Lexington Catholic pass to Ben Johnson.
Yeah. Textbook.
Perkins put it up and in. It's 14-7. Comes over to the right side to Nick Spalding. Back to Dillon. Down to Timmy Hall. Back over it comes to Zach Carter. Spalding spinning, gives to Hall, baseline over, puts it up, and it rattles back in for him. 2 points, 2 buckets for Hall. He's got 4 points now, 14-9. It's a good ball game here.
Tim Hall Jr.
Steal by Spalding in front of the passing lane, and there's almost a steal by Perkins the other way.
He ran up the stairs, didn't he?
Yep, halfway up, halfway down. Pass goes inbounds. Carter gets it to Spalding. Back it comes to Carter, looking for Dillon. Spalding gets it to Dillon. He's looking for Nick. Over to Carter. Kamwimba posting up low. Surratt's such a presence down there.
Yep.
Spalding in the lane. Good pass. And blocked from behind by Perkins, but he fouled. On the foul, Kamwimba will go to the line.
Kawimba, you got to be honest here. He definitely matches up size-wise, I think, in there. I mean, Surratt's got a couple inches on him, but
he goes 6'8".
Body-wise, you know, they match up.
Kamwimba missed the free throw. 1:24 to go in this first quarter. Lafayette on top of Dunbar, 14-9. Kamwimba can make it a 4-point game with his second free throw, and he does. First point of the game for Robbie Kamwimba. I like that name.
Yeah, it's unique.
Blake in the corner. He comes to Perkins. Here's a three-pointer off the mark. Rebounded by Surratt. And what's going to be the call here? Jump ball's called.
No ball. Possession arrow favors Lafayette.
Big guys battling, Gary Ball.
Yeah, Will Stanfield, I believe, he's checked in there now, the junior. Ball knocked away by Spalding. And Napier's checked in for Lafayette as well. They lob it in backcourt from Stanfield as Blake gets it. Surratt. Back to Stanfield. Perkins down low to Surratt. They kick it over to Stanfield, and he knocks down the three. Stanfield with the trifecta at 17-10. So Stanfield makes it the 7-point lead with 40 seconds to go in this first quarter of action. Dunbar, Spalding backs up. It's a fadeaway. It's off the mark. Timmy Hall. No, it's Kamwimba. Won't go. Rebounded by Big Surratt.
Nice move in there by Kamwimba. Could not get it to fall, though.
Blake works it across for Lafayette. The Lafayette Generals. Surratt giving some instructions out there, isn't he?
Yep.
Big Ray averaging 24 points, but 30 in his last 5 games. Out front, kicks it in the corner. Perkins, a high arcing three. No good. Surratt rebounds for Lafayette. So that's the end of the first quarter. Lafayette 17. They got a good crowd here tonight. They lead Dunbar 17-10 as we enter the second quarter. This is the Mingy Beef Jerky High School Basketball 43rd District Tournament here tonight from Tates Creek High School.
Did you know in addition to education assistance, UPS now provides housing for qualified employees through the UPS Kentucky Living Options and Opportunities Path, also known as UPS Kentucky Loop. You can work part-time in Louisville, go to school at Jefferson Community and Technical College, and receive housing for up to 2 years. Earn a degree or learn a trade. It's up to you. Loop benefits are available to those who live outside the Louisville metro area, whether you're just starting college or going back to school. It's time to get in the loop. For more information, visit upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share.
Surratt had 4 points, 6 for Nelson on those baseline threes out of the corner, and 5 for Nick Spalding. That leads Dunbar's attack 17-10 as we start the second quarter, and that's Dylan Spalding with it. Gives to Nick Spalding. Over it comes now to Carter. Back to Spalding, penetrate, loses it, and a steal out there by Stanfield. Stanfield on the right side, angles out, now brings it back over as it gives it up to Blake. In the corner, and here's a pass. It comes over to Stanfield. Jumper up, no good, and good rebound there with some authority by Kamwimba.
That was a nice rebound.
Spalding over to Carter, trying to go to Kamwimba, can't get it to him. Back to Dylan Spalding. In the corner, Tim Hall. Ball knocked away by Surratt, gets it back, and Hall, and ball knocked away and picked up there by Stanfield. Some contact, no call.
Surratt might have got 2 blocks on that.
Out front, and three-pointer knocked down by Surratt. He now has 7, and Coach Scott Chalk wants to talk about it. 20-10, Lafayette on top, 6:58 to go in this first half from Tates Creek's 43rd District.
We're going to watch this 3 again here by Surratt. Watch this. We'll kind of slow it down for everybody. The 3 and the celebration. Ray Surratt getting it done. The Generals.
7 points to lead Lafayette's attack. Nelson has 6. 4 for Timmy Hall, 5 for Spalding. 20-10, Lafayette has doubled up on Paul Dunbar. The winner here gets Catholic Wednesday night in the semifinals of the 43rd. We got Tates Creek going up against LCA tomorrow night. In the boys game, Lafayette will battle Tates Creek girls in the girls game. We have all that action right here from the 43rd at Nolan Barger Gymnasium.
Over in the 46, West Justman leading Bergen right now. Dewajuan Stepp. He had 20 points in the first quarter of play over there.
Hall down low. Kamwimba throws it up and in. He will get the soup and the sandwich.
Nice.
First bucket for Kamwimba. Perkins picked up the foul. And nice free throw by Kamwimba. It's 4 points for Lionel Kamwimba. 20-13, cuts the lead down to 7. William, with one play, you got it down to 7.
Well, you got big-time guys making big-time shots right now for both teams.
Stanfield gives it up to Napier. Hands it back down to Blake. Stanfield gives it to Ray Surratt. Backdoor, and Napier puts it high off glass, and it wouldn't go.
Gotta hit those. Gotta hit them.
Timmy Hall quickly the other way. Kamwimba it comes to Carter, and that's off the mark and rebounded by Nelson. Stanfield down low to Surratt, turns and scores. Just can't stop him.
Yeah, they need to keep a couple bodies in there on him for sure.
Yeah, he's got such good. There's Timmy Hall, good.
Kind of reminds me of Tim Hardaway.
Tim Hall does.
Well,
Tim
Hall, Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah,
Kind of sounds.
Got a nice shot. Trying to go down low to Surratt again. Kicks it out, and there's a shot by Napier. It's off the mark and rebounded by Hall. Hall wanting to push the issue. Hall into the lane, throws it up and draws the foul. That's going to be on Surratt, I believe.
Yep. That's what it looks like. We'll see what the official says.
22-15.
Yes, Surratt.
That's his first. At the line will be Tim Hall with 6 points and make it 7. Leading scorer in the game right now is Mr. Ray Surratt. He has 9 points. With 5:22 to go in the first half. So
and only a couple of those have been really easy. The rest of them he's worked for.
Hall misses that one. 22-16. So a 6-2 run here by Dunbar. Remember, they trailed 20-10. Blake trying to go to Surratt. Can't get it to him. Passes back out to Stanfield. Stanfield penetrating. Gives it up over to Nelson. Out top. Blake's shot. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Hall. He gets it out now to Spalding. Puts it up. No good. Hall rebounds. Puts it up and in. Boy, Tim Hall's a workhorse. He's got 9 points.
Yeah, he worked hard for that. I mean, he had a whole host of generals around the ball, but somehow able to score.
Hall can get up. 22-18. We got ourselves a 4-point game. Lob down to Surratt. Catches it and dunks it. Surratt says, I'm tired of this. I'm just going to dunk it.
Yeah, I like that.
24-18. Spalding across the line. Gives it to Hall, free throw line. Trying to go back door. And steps called.
Here's that Surratt dunk, by the way, Gary. Not a thunderous dunk, but a dunk. We love dunks on Prep Screen, don't we?
Everybody loves dunks. Dunkin' Donuts. That's not how they came up with that name.
The center of the donut would be more like the basketball, though, right?
Yep. Stanfield. And he gives it, and that's going to be, they're going to call over and back as they called it on Napier. That was good defense there.
Yep.
And checking back in for Dunbar will be Smith, Isaiah Smith, number 4. He's waiting to check back in. He's going to throw it in. That's what he's going to do. Gives it in backcourt to Klein. Cade Klein, and now Smith loses it on the baseline. Gives to Timmy Hall, lays it up and in. That is 11 for Tim Hall Jr.
He's having a big game.
24-20. Lafayette still leads. They've led by as many as 10. 3:40 to go in this first half. Gary Ball with the king of stream, William Warfield, here at the 43rd District, and driving to the basket, and a foul called on Spalding. Nick Spalding picked it up. Ray Surratt just got a breather there for Lafayette. Now he's coming back in.
They call that a shooting foul too, Gary.
Yeah, he definitely was not shooting. So
yeah,
Blake.
That ball was down around the ankles. They called it a shooting foul.
Rattles it in. That's his first point. First point of this 43rd District for Blake. He gets in the scoring column and gets in the newspaper. That's what I like to say. You get in the newspaper when you score.
Yep. Did they not break it down like top 3 scorers, or is it just kind of like all the box score?
The box score. Yep. And he got them both. Blake makes it 26-20. Lafayette by 6. Here at the boys' 43rd District earlier tonight, Lexington Catholic beat LCA by 20. Working in the lane, Dylan Spalding. Comes over to Klein. Down low, Todd working on Surratt. Surratt just reaches up and blocks his shot. He goes out of bounds, and he also took a shot. Look at him.
Yeah, right there in the Adam's apple.
Yeah. What to tell you, these two teams, especially Dunbar, plays a lot of people. Dunbar's already played about 12 guys.
Well, you hope throughout the season that your tough schedule that you play gets you into a position where you can win games.
Tim
like
Hall
this.
blocked by Surratt. Tim Hall got the rebound on the opposite side, put it up, and Surratt came over and blocked it.
That's got to be 5 blocks already for Surratt.
Yep, if they're keeping them accurately. They don't usually keep blocks very accurate for some reason. Stanfield over to DeYoung. Thrown away. Here comes a Dunbar and a crossover. A nice job there by Smith. First basket for Isaiah.
Isaiah took the ball and ran, didn't he?
Sure did. And cut it down to 4. DeYoung out to Blake. Penetrates. Turns and jumps it up. No. And tapped up. Good rebounding there by Stanfield. Stops on the right side and pops the 3. Second three-pointer by Will Stanfield.
A big shot.
29-22 Lafayette.
Just imagine the confidence that he has. You know.
Yeah, he got up for that rebound too, didn't he? All of 5'9" of them.
Yeah.
It's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
We've seen a lot of that this season.
Yes, we have. And Cade Klein-Hill give it over to Todd. Robbie Todd. Out comes to Spalding. That three won't go. Tapped around and picking the loose basketball up is Isaiah Smith. That shot wouldn't go for Todd. And rebounding, coming out with it DeYoung. Minute 32 to go in this first half. Lafayette 29 and Dunbar 22. Here at the 43rd. In the lane, they kick it over. DeYoung lines the three up, and that wouldn't go in and out.
Going to have a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, the foul's going to go on DeYoung, I believe.
24 of Lafayette. Yep.
Lafayette has hit 5 threes, William, in this first half. Minute 21, 2 by Stanfield, 1 by Surratt, and 2 by Nelson. And Nelson's were all out of that same spot.
Yeah, both in the left wing over there for Lafayette.
Isaiah Smith gets it back. Spalding, Tim Hall. Fade away, and that rolls off. Good rebound by DeYoung. He gets it out to Blake. Over comes DeYoung, fakes, moves into the lane. Open lane, left hand, no. Surratt sticks back, no. Gets it back, and he's fouled. Put it up the second tip. He'll go to the free throw line. You know, that's where Mr. Surratt pads a lot of his stats. He gets his own miss on the rebounds because he's 6'9". Ray Surratt with 11 points. And make it 12. Also he's a 69% field goal shooter. He's also shoots 70% at the line.
30-22 with 55.3 seconds left to go here, Gary.
Under a minute. Surratt trying to extend it out. Good looking free. He's just a good looking basketball player, isn't he?
Yeah, he can shoot the three, shoot the free throws.
He'll be a good college player.
Well, when he goes to college, he'll put a little bit more weight on his bones, too. That's the big thing. That's the upside to him.
And he goes after that shot by Smith, gets a piece of it. That's another block for Surratt.
They'll have Surratt eating 5 double cheeseburgers a day, get some weight on his bones, and nobody will be able to push him around then.
44 seconds. Carter looking to get it into Spalding, and that's going to be a foul. And Spalding is an 84% free throw shooter, William. Spalding, one of the best free throw shooters in the region.
And you got and credit, Coach Chalk. He's historically always had great free throw shooters on his team.
Yeah, Tavion was a good free throw shooter.
Yep. Yeah, he was the best in the state, wasn't he?
He was pretty good. Both free throws connected. That's 7 now for Nick Spalding. And that's the lead for Lafayette, 31-24, 40 seconds to go. And Lafayette spreading it out a little bit like they may take the last shot depending on what they get here. DeYoung lobs down to Surratt, turns and scores. That's 15 for Surratt.
Dunbar got a lot of work to talk about. You got to stop the big fella if they want to stand a chance.
Dylan Spalding, who has not scored in this game, but he's a playmaker and handles the point. Gives it over to Nick Spalding. Todd is swinging around now to Carter. Carter down low to Todd, trying to pass it. Stolen by DeYoung. And good job by DeYoung to get that steal. It was a good first half for Lafayette. The Generals lead 33-24 over Paul Lawrence Dunbar. And here on the Mingy Beef Jerky Game of the Week, we'll have the halftime stats for you here. And it's 33-24, Lafayette on top of Dunbar here at halftime from the 43rd District at Tates Creek at Nolan Barger Gymnasium.
At Atkinson Sims & Kermode, we are here to help you get back to what matters most.
Helping you through your financial situation is our only purpose. We are involved at every step. guiding you towards relief.
A better life can't exist after bankruptcy. Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78. Call us today and take the first step towards a new beginning.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's is a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin.
Did you know, in addition to education assistance, UPS now provides housing for qualified employees through the UPS Kentucky Living Options and Opportunities Path, also known as UPS Kentucky Loop. You can work part-time in Louisville, go to school at Jefferson Community and Technical College, and receive housing for up to 2 years. Earn a degree or learn a trade. It's up to you. Loop benefits are available to those who live outside the Louisville metro area, whether you're just starting college or going back to school. It's time to get in the loop. For more information, visit upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
Some things never change, like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep breaths from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break, and the savory snack to go along with it.
This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
And we sure do love our Mingy beef jerky here on Prep Spin. Speaking of that, Gary Ball, halftime stats, amazing.
Yeah, big numbers.
Yeah, we had talked about, Surratt what kind of game he was having, and we were pretty close on the blocks. We said, well, probably this game he'd get it close to 10, if not more than 10. Well, he's got 7 credited to him in that first half, and I believe I've seen all 7 of them. If he might have had more than that, but they credited him with 7. But he's on a triple-double alert right now. 15 points, 7 rebounds, 7 block shots.
Oh, he'll get a triple-double easily.
In that first half.
Easily.
So we're going to see. He's definitely on pace, more than on pace for it.
We haven't seen too many triple-doubles in prep spin, have we?
No, I don't think so. Abe Nelson's got 6 points in the game. Also, Will Stanfield's got 6 in the ball game for Lafayette. 2 apiece for Perkins, for DeYoung, and for Blake. For Dunbar, Nick Spalding was 7, 11 for Tim Hall, 4 for Zach Carter. I'm sorry, 4 for Lionel Kuwamba. He's the one with 4. So 24 total points for Dunbar, 33 here at the half for Lafayette. Amazing. Assists, Dylan Spalding, he's got 3, 2 for Tim Hall for Dunbar. For Lafayette, they just kind of spread it around. You know, everybody's got an assist, it looks like, that's played in the ball game except for Jade Hune. But everybody else has got an assist that's played in there. We mentioned blocks. Obviously, Surratt stands out with 7 block shots. 1 apiece for Isaiah Smith and 1 for Kumwamba as well for Dunbar. As far as points off turnovers, pretty close, 5-2. Bulldogs leading in that. Points off turnovers. Points in the paint. Believe it or not, points in the paint. Dunbar edging out the Generals right now, 12-6. Largest lead of the ball game. And it looks like it was 20-10. 10 points was the largest lead for the Generals in the first half. Generals up at one point by 10 points in that first half. And
yeah, they lead by 9 here at half.
Lead by 9 now. Yep. So, but I thought points in the paint would have been to the Generals, but actually Dunbar with the lead points in the paint, 12-6.
Yeah, that's because Timmy Hall's so good at getting in there.
Yeah. Bench points, Lafayette 8, Dunbar with 4. Second effort points, 8-4 in favor of Lafayette. But the three-point shooting is really what stands out, I think. Lafayette, three-point shooting-wise, they are 5 of 11. Dunbar 1 of 6.
I tell you what, this number 13 for Lafayette, Jade Hune, if he's only a freshman, and if he grows, gets up to about 6 foot, 6'2", he is going to be a really good basketball player for Lafayette.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He starts as a freshman.
Yeah, he's definitely star material. You know, there's a lot of young talent coming up here in the 43rd, Gary. A lot of young talent.
I mean, Nelson's a sophomore, and he can really stroke the three. We've seen him hit a couple threes. You've got Stanfield hitting threes. They've hit 4 of the 5 threes for Lafayette. Abe Nelson and Will Stanfield have hit three-pointers, and we're just about set for the second half of action between Paul Arntz Dunbar out of Lexington and Lexington Lafayette, owners of 6 state titles. Boy, I tell you, I still say that 79 team with Dirk Minifield and Junior Johnson, Tony Wise and company, one of the best teams that come out of Lexington.
Yeah.
Won the state championship.
That was, tell me again, who was that for what team for Lafayette?
Lafayette had Dirk Minifield.
Yeah.
That was probably before, no, that wasn't before you were born, was it?
Well, I know the Minifields.
In the third quarter of play, looking to ball out, Lafayette.
Dirk and Derek Minifield, but I think you're talking about their dad, right?
Talking about Dirk Minifield, yeah.
Did he have a twin brother, or is that his dad? Maybe Dirk Jr. is who I'm thinking about. I don't know. Have to research that.
Blake in backcourt for Lafayette.
What year was that, Gary?
Gets it over here, 79.
Oh, yeah, so that was his dad.
Gabe Nelson knocks down another three. Abe Nelson. That's his third three.
Yep.
36-24. Gary Ball with the king of stream, William Moorfield. Dylan Spalding down low and picked off by Ray Surratt.
Well, Dirk had twins that went to Breckenridge Elementary, and that's where I met them.
Nelson gets it down low to Surratt. Knocked away, and here comes Dunbar. Zach Carter. In the corner, they go to Tim Hall. He lines it up over Surratt and stuck back up and in by Kamwimba.
I like the name.
Lionel, his first name. 36-26. Long pass. Lays it up and in. Good job by Nelson. That's 11 now for Nelson. 11 points.
Nobody home back there for Dunbar on that one.
There's Spalding knocking down the three. Dylan Spalding, his first trifecta of the game. 38-29 cuts it to a three-possession ball game.
Ooh, I might have got away with a walk there.
DeYoung. Over it comes now to Nelson. Kicks it back, airs another three. Knocked down again. Nelson. He's got 8 points in the quarter. We've only played a minute and a half.
It's amazing.
Got 14 points now, 8 of them here in the quarter. We've played 2 minutes, well, less than 2 minutes.
Well, that's Lafayette's biggest lead now in the ball game at 12.
41-29. Carter gives it to Spalding, going back door to Spalding. Gives it out to Kamwimba, and he powers it up and in. Lionel Kamwimba. Picking up. 41-31. Drive to the basket and by Blake.
Womba on the foul, right?
Carter in. Lob goes to Stanfield, short, and Timmy Hall rebounds it. That's his 6th rebound. Over now to Dylan Spalding. Back it goes. There's Carter lining up a three. Got it, rattled it in. Zach Carter with his first bucket, and it's a three, and that makes it 41-34. 7-point lead. That 12-point was cut down in a hurry, wasn't it?
Yeah, Dunbar's not going to go away.
No. DeYoung trying to reverse it, missed the reverse layup, but a good attempt by DeYoung.
Left it short.
Spalding. And there's another three. That's off the mark. Rebounded. That three was shot there by Carter. After he hit the three, got a little hungry, didn't he?
Yep.
Surratt spinning down low. Ball knocked out. Good defense by Timmy Hall.
He brought the ball down. You got to keep it up.
He brought it down where Tim Hall wanted it, didn't he?
Yeah. All these guards, they love when Surratt brings that ball down waist level.
Carter into the lane. 15-footer. Got it. 5 points for Zach Carter here in the quarter. Lead cut to 5. Abe Nelson swing it around to DeYoung. Surratt sets a pick on the high post. Slides through. Pass in the corner goes to Blake. He comes out top now to Stanfield. Driving down. Lays it up and in. Good job by Stanfield. And we're going to have a timeout by Lafayette. 4:14 here in the third quarter. It's 43-36. And Lafayette's led throughout, but Dunbar just hanging around, as you said, William.
Yeah. They're not going to go anywhere. It's going to be a close game throughout. Respectable leads, I think. But Dunbar always seems to stay in it, with Coach Chalk there. And, he is a really, really good coach. He's X's and O's guy, He definitely gets it done.
He does. That's a good job by Scott Chalk and Dunbar to get this game down to 5 points after Lafayette had it out to, what was it, their biggest lead was 12?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, their biggest lead so far has been 12.
So Spalding, Nick, and Dylan are in. You got Carter, Tim Hall, and Robbie Todd for Dunbar.
Nick had a big first half for Dunbar.
Dylan Spalding over to Carter. Goes in the paint, throws it up, and knocks it in. I tell you, this Carter kid coming alive with 7 here in the third quarter. 43-38. Lafayette trying to get it to Surratt. Blake over now to Nelson. Back to DeYoung. Swing the down low, they go to Surratt. Catches it and powers it up and in. 17. I told you they were trying to go to Surratt.
Yeah.
17 now for Ray Surratt.
He's got 9 rebounds too to my count, after the.
Spalding knocks it down. Dylan. No, that's Nick. Nick Spalding with 10. Got to get your Spalding straight, don't we?
Yeah. That's hard, you got guys, twins out there.
Stanfield. Shot won't go, rebounded by Surratt. Puts it up and in.
He's got his double-double now.
19. 47-41. Pass to Hall, over to Carter. Carter moves in and won't go. Tim Hall rebounds. He's going to be fouled by DeYoung, and that will send Tim Hall to the line. Tim Hall Jr. for Paul Lawrence Dunbar. He is a good-looking sophomore, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
2:59 to go in this third quarter. Hall's free throw is good. That's 12 for Hall.
47-42, it's down to 5, Gary. It could be down to 4 with this free throw.
And that's Sean Perkins back in for Lafayette. He knocks
4.
it down Hall with both of them. He's got 13. The lead is 4 points, 47-43.
8-point
Lafayette
swing.
Here at the 43rd District Boys Tournament at Tates Creek for the 43rd District, one of the toughest districts, if not the toughest, in the state of Kentucky. DeYoung. Back he swings it to Stanfield. Penetrates. Stanfield to Blake. Back to Stanfield. Back to DeYoung. DeYoung. Shot short on that and rebounded by Ty. Carter. Got it!
Wow.
That's 10 for Carter in this quarter. He didn't score the first half. He's got 10 here in the quarter. It's 47-46, and it's been the Zach Carter show.
Some people react. Carter obviously did to whatever Coach Chalk talked about.
Pass in the corner, trying to go to DeYoung. They throw it away.
They threw that off first-string media over
sure
there.
Did.
Alan Cesaro over there took it.
Dylan Spalding works it across, looking at the zone. Carter back to Dylan Spalding. Looking, hands it now to Nick. 3, launches, no, rebounded by Stanfield for Lafayette. In the red tonight. Dunbar in the white. Down low to Surratt. Turning, baseline, waiting, throws it up and draws a foul. I think Hall got him.
Caught him right on the bridge of the nose, too.
Ray Surratt gets a lot of punishment. Big 55. Lionel Kamwimba is set to check in for Scott Chalk.
That's amazing. A 1-point game right now. Look at that, too.
Surratt has 20 now. And you say what, 10 rebounds?
Yeah, he's got 10 rebounds right now.
Has he got any blocks here? He had 7 blocks at halftime.
I haven't seen him get a block yet in the second half yet.
Yeah. He needs a few more blocks for a triple-double. And he got them both. He has not missed a free throw. He is 6 for 6 at the line. He has 21 points. 21 points, 49-46. A minute, 29 to go in this third quarter from Tates Creek High School, the 43rd District. And Spalding, and he stepped out of bounds. He looked like he might have been pushed, and that's what he's saying, but we're going to say he went out of bounds, so it'll go to Lafayette on the turnover. Nick Spalding. Kobe Blake works it across for Lafayette. Blake. Right side, he comes over there in the ball game. Napier. Napier checked in. Blake Comes over to Stanfield. Penetrates. Loses the ball. Picked up by Carter. 50 seconds to go. Third quarter. 49-46. Hall. Kamwimba. Back it comes, and that three-pointer's knocked down by Carter. Goodness gracious. He's unconscious here. And he ties it up at 49, and he's got 13 points in the quarter.
Where did this guy come from, Gary Ball?
25 seconds. Come over to Napier. He goes to Perkins. Hall reaches in, knocks it off his foot. It'll be Dunbar basketball. They've got an opportunity to take the lead here in the third quarter. 15 seconds is 49-49. Dunbar and Lafayette.
You gotta remember at the half they were up by 9. Lafayette.
Yeah, I think it was 33-24.
Yeah, got it up to 12, and then all Carter since then.
Out of the corner, and that won't go. Surratt rebounds. Surratt gets another rebound, so we head to the final quarter, and we are tied at 49 with Lafayette and Paul Lawrence Dunbar here at Tates Creek's 43rd District. The Mingy Beef Jerky High School Basketball Game of the Week. We'll be back with the fourth quarter action after this timeout.
At Atkinson Sims and Kermode, we are here to help you get back to what matters most.
Helping you through your financial situation is our only purpose. We are involved at every step, guiding you towards relief. A better life can't exist after bankruptcy. Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78. Call us today and take the first step towards a new beginning.
Story of that third quarter was Zach Carter. I tell you, the young man did not start in the game, but he had 13 in the third quarter, and that leads the attack for Dunbar. Timmy Hall has 13, 10 for Nick Spalding. It's 49 all, and Dunbar has a chance to take the lead in this game.
Carter has been exceptional here in the second half.
Spalding jumps it up and knocks it down. Nick Spalding's got 12. Lead is 51-49 Dunbar. 2-point lead.
Wow. I mean, it's hard to say anything other than wow.
Napier with the basketball. They'll probably try to get it to Surratt. That's a good place to go. And we're going to have a foul called.
I think Mendenhall called a timeout.
Okay, he did get a timeout.
It's going to be a 30-second timeout. That gives an opportunity to thank Atkinson Sims and Kermode PLC, John Sims, my good friend John Sims. He'll take care of you. Think about bankruptcy, give him a call.
And I know we've been running the Rafferty spots.
Rafferty's,
and also we want to thank
Roberts Insurance.
And we want to thank, of course, Whitaker Bank.
That's right, Whitaker Bank. Appreciate all that they do for us here on the network. Mingy Beef Jerky, couldn't do none of this without Mingy, our title sponsor here on the network. And, you know, coming into the playoffs next week, we got a couple spots that are available, Gary Ball, for the 11th region tournament.
Just give William a call at PrepSpin, or give me a call at Scholastic_ball report, DM me or whatever, and we'll get you on the 11th region.
Reach out to us. We'll get you inside the game, and affordable rates too. We're not crazy expensive like you might think we are.
Napier gets it out top to Perkins, and there's going to be a foul down low. Kamwimba picked it up. Kamwimba, I believe is what Chuck is calling him. Robbie Todd set check back in.
Let me give a shout out to my partners over there at Hallway Feeds. I'm going to be over at Hallway Feeds tomorrow afternoon.
Surratt powers it up and in. That's 23 for Surratt to go with his 11 rebounds and 7 or 8 block shots. Big ball game tonight.
You got to meet Anthony Cook earlier tonight from Hallway.
Yep. Carter and Goes baseline before he got the shot up. This Carter kid's just playing
everything
out.
He's throwing up.
He even throws it up after he's fouled and goes in. He's got 13 points, all 13 of those in the third quarter.
Kid's on fire, man.
Yeah, he kept him in the ball game in the third. Those 13 points were huge. Tim Hall scoops it up, and Surratt just grabs the rebound. Tim Hall trying to hustle after it, but goes out of bounds. We're tied at 51. This is how tournament basketball is. This is how it should be right here, William. 51 all, 6:53 to play.
I mean, it's not quite March yet, but this certainly has the March Madness feeling.
43rd District. Left side to Young, a high arcing three. Missed it. Rebounded by Nick Spalding. Spalding over to Dillon. Over it comes and knocks it down is Carter.
He's in fuego, man. In fuego.
16 in the half for Zach Carter. 54-51 Dunbar. Surratt saying, give me the ball. Surratt down low, turns, puts it up and in. That's 25 for Surratt.
Ray Surratt needs a couple swats here to get that triple-double, my friend.
Hall won't go, and Surratt there battling, but Tim Hall comes up with it. Carter again, and that rolls off, and couldn't hit that one. We're going to have a foul by Timmy Hall.
This whole crowd over here stood up.
Oh, if that shot would have gone by Carter, this side, the Dunbar side would have erupted.
Yeah.
They've been erupting every shot he's hit.
Yeah.
54-53.
I wish you guys can see over here on the Dunbar side. It is packed.
54-53. Dunbar by one.
Back it up just a little bit so you guys can kind of see, but it is packed over here.
Out top, he comes to Stanfield. Stanfield slicing through. Left hand rolls off. Surratt gets the tip, turns, and he's going to be fouled. Now they call traveling. Excuse me.
I don't know about that one. That looks like he was definitely fouled around. You know, of course, he brought the ball down. It's one of my pet peeves. But I got to be honest with you, Gary. It looked like he was swatted there on the wrist.
Spalding, and Surratt comes up with a steal. Hands it to Kobe Blake.
Well, he needs 9 more of those. He'll have a triple-double.
Right side. That three skips off there by Nelson. Fired it quickly, though.
Did you hear about the Shepherd kid down in Laurel County with that quadruple-double?
Yeah, we had a feature on the show on that.
Did you?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. He had a quadruple-double. We saw that young man at the Matt Calvert Classic.
Yeah.
For North Laurel. Coached by Nate Valentine now, former LCA coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he coaches down at North Laurel now. He coaches Reed Shepherd. 54-53. Lafayette needs a bucket to regain the lead here. 4:57 to go in this 43rd District basket. On the floor, Carter gets it up to Hall. Great hustle. Hall leads it out to Spalding. Stops and pops a three. Off the mark. Battling for it. And coming down with it is Campbell DeYoung. Young works it across the 10-second line. 4:35 to play. 1-point ball game. Dunbar by one. 54-53. Trying to go to Surratt down low. They get it out now to Stanfield. Over it goes. There's a three-pointer. That's off the mark. Rebounded on the backside, and they try to get it down low, and it's knocked out by Carter.
Appreciate everybody tweeting at us. A lot of folks watching this one. You know, you got obviously the big interest from the Lexington Catholic faithful watching here tonight.
Yeah, they get the winner Wednesday night.
They do.
A chance to go to the 11th region tournament. Down low now, Surratt kicks it out to Napier. Down low, Surratt. Surratt powering in, and Kamwimba wins that battle and blocks, gets a piece of it. And almost a steal. Napier gets it back, though, and we're going to have a timeout by Coach Chalk, Dunbar. 4:06 to play. 54-53. Dunbar by one. The story again in this second half. Zach Carter has 4 3-pointers and 16 points. And the leading scorer in the ball game, though, is Ray Surratt. He has 25 points at least double-figure rebounds
Yeah.
and eight or nine block shots. So almost that was a triple-double. We got this is a good barn burner here to open up the 43rd District Boys Tournament here at Tate's Creek.
I got Surratt at 12 rebounds, Gary. I've been kind of adding him up as he's gone, but he does not have any more blocks so far. So he's still at 7.
We have 4:06 to play. 54-53. We'll be back here tomorrow night. 2 good ball games. It'll be Tate's Creek against Lafayette girls at 6, and then at 7:45 it will be a great ball game. Tate's Creek boys will take on LCA boys. That'll be a toss-up.
Yeah, definitely a coin toss in that one. But if you were to give a random game, you have to give the edge to Tate's Creek. They split during the regular season 1-1.
And it's here at Tate's Creek.
So you have to give the edge to Tate's Creek.
Yeah, a slight edge. Working across is Dylan Spalding.
By the way, Tate's Creek has not been to the regional tournament in years.
Smith is in there. Isaiah Smith just checked in. Loose on the floor. Kamwimba. Here goes Timmy Hall. Puts it up, no. Kamwimba rebounds. Turns up, no. And there's Surratt with another rebound. Timmy Hall tried to reach in, tie him up, but didn't get the call. Comes over to DeYoung. Back he swings it to Blake. 3:34 to play. Blake in the corner. DeYoung lines up to 3. Got it!
That was huge.
DeYoung with the trifecta. It's 56-54. Lafayette with the lead back. Back and forth we go. Spalding goes baseline cutout. Blocked by Surratt. There's another block.
There's number 8.
And Kamwimba blocked again. And down low with it, DeYoung battling. Gets it up. Good hustle as he gets it up to Napier.
So Surratt now with 9 blocks, Gary Ball.
1 block away from a triple-double.
That's almost exciting as the game, right?
Yeah. We have a timeout, a full timeout called. 2:59 to go in this ball game. What a ball game. 56-54, Lafayette by 2. Mike Mendenhall's the strategist. He's the coach of Lafayette, a great head basketball coach, Coach Mendenhall. And Scott Chalk, a state championship coach. He won it a few years ago when he had a young man by the name of Tavion Hollingsworth. They won the championship.
I was telling all the coaches here, the line on Surratt.
Yep. Still have 2:59 to play. 56-54.
Yeah, 3 minutes is a long time. These two teams battling right here. We kind of expected it coming into this ball game, Gary, that these two teams would have a big-time basketball game here tonight, and they certainly have given us what we anticipated it would be.
I've enjoyed it with the King of Stream, making it look so good. High definition. Hope you've enjoyed it. Lafayette and Paul Arntz Dunbar, a big city rivalry, big district battle, and this coming down to the last 2:59 in a 2-point ball game.
We need to send a shout-out to the Lafayette journalism class, too, by the way, Gary.
Yeah, I enjoyed talking to those young kids today.
According to them, known worldwide as the King of Stream, thanks to you, my friend. The official's talking about something here.
Yeah.
And Dunbar still talking in the huddle.
Clayton Brooks, the one of the officials. He's a good one, William. He's had the state tournament before.
Coach Chalk is talking with the official here. I'm going to pan the camera on it, see what's going on.
He wants the head official, Clayton Brooks, over to talk to him. I think he thought it was their basketball. Give it to Lafayette.
Here we go.
56-54, 2:59 left to go in this ball game, folks, barring overtime, of course.
DeYoung will trigger it inbounds.
Better watch 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
So he didn't get it in time.
Nope.
Stanfield was trying to get it. Should have just thrown it into Surratt. I mean, he's 6'9".
Yeah, just kind of lob it up there.
Yeah. Working it across is Dylan Spalding. He's hit a big 3 here in this half. Comes over to Nick Spalding. He's got 12 points. That's his average. Kicks it out. Spalding lines up to three. Off the mark. Rebounded by DeYoung.
Big one-handed rebound
Yeah,
by DeYoung.
Campbell came from the backside and said, I want that ball. And he got it. DeYoung, 2:34 to play. 2-point ball game. DeYoung working it over to his teammate Blake. Blake. You look down there, Kamwimba's almost as big as Surratt.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier is, Surratt might have an inch or two on him.
Comes over to Will Stanfield. And we're going to have a foul called. That's only going to be the third foul, the 16th foul. There's only been 2 fouls called against Lafayette. That's the 15th foul against Dunbar. Stanfield gets it to Blake in backcourt. He'll work on Spalding. Gets it across the line. Angles toward the right side. And ball tapped away and stolen by Spalding. Spalding, that's a steal for Spalding.
Hit it right off the leg there. Man. Spalding on the defense, cranked it up. We got 2:01 left to go in this one, 56-54. This is a good one, man.
Carter with 16 points gets the ball on the left side here in the half. 16 in the second half. Down low to Hall, powers it up, and he's fouled. It'll count. He'll get the soup and the sandwich and a foul on Surratt.
Wow. I thought we were going to have the triple-double there, but somehow he got that up and in. Watch it on the replay here. Slow-mo it for you. Nice finish.
And made the free throw.
Made the free throw.
He's got 16 points. 57-56, lead back to Dunbar. Blake trying to work it across for Lafayette. Stanfield and Blake out front down the middle. Kicks it over. Here's Nelson's three-pointer off the mark and battling, and good hustle by Carter to save it inbounds.
Yeah, it was going off of Carter out of bounds, but Carter somehow jumped to it, got to it, and saved it.
Minute 27 in this basketball game. It has been a doozy. 57-56, the home-standing team. Dunbar got the home team because what they're I guess they were the 4th seed, so the higher seed. And the 2-3 game tomorrow night is a good one. It'll be the boys' game between Tates Creek and LCA. LCA's got that the Tanner Walton kid can really shoot it. And, of course, with Tates Creek, they've got some great players too. So we saw Tates Creek play earlier this year right here at Tates Creek.
Yeah, Tates Creek's coached very well. Of course, LCA is too. Coach Hall and Coach Gay going toe-to-toe tomorrow in that one. Again, two really good coaches battling. I mean, we're really surrounded by great coaches. I mean, this 43rd is stacked. We always talk about how stacked the teams are and the players are, but the coaches really deserve a lot of credit. This is the place to be in the state of Kentucky to coach basketball.
Yep. Outstanding coaches, outstanding talent, and this 43rd district lacks neither one of those. They have great coaches and great talent.
42nd is coming up again.
Yeah, Henry Clay's
Can you imagine if Henry Clay was part of this district?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. The coaches, of course, in the 43rd says don't wish that upon us, but I mean, it would be nice for us.
Spalding on the right side, out top. He goes now to Carter, over to Spalding, going baseline, turns around, lobs it way out front to his brother.
I tell you, over in the 42nd, too, who's had a really good season is Frederick Douglass. They've done really well this season.
Lob it back out top to Spalding. Gets it over to Nick Spalding. Comes back to Dillon, and he's going to be fouled.
Knee to knee there.
Yeah, knee to knee right there as
Blake call it. Yeah, Blake.
And that's only the 15th foul against Lafayette, so checking back in for the Generals will be 22, Nick Napier.
We're going to see us a buzzer beater. I got a feeling, Gary. It's got that brewing.
In the backcourt, and there's going to be a foul on the young man Napier, just checked in. That'd be the 16th foul. So the next foul is the bonus for Dunbar. Napier will go back out. Blake back in. A minute exactly to go in this ball game. They get it over to Hall. Back out it comes. They swing it now to Spalding.
Back to Spalding. Try to hold it, looks like.
Gives it to Hall, and he traveled, turned it over. Good defense. That was good defense right there by Blake and Stanfield. They doubled up on Hill and caused a turnover there.
Yeah, it's almost like they confused Dunbar with that defense. Dunbar not expecting it.
Abe Nelson, a good-looking 6'5", 6'6" sophomore is going to come, and he can shoot the three. He has hit 4 threes in this ball game. William, he has a total of 14 points.
Lafayette going to take a full timeout here. We're going to keep it here. I mean, we're winding this thing down. 44.5 seconds.
What a game tonight for Ray Surratt. Almost a triple-double.
Big game. Gary, you know, we definitely want to thank Mingy Beef Jerky, our title sponsor here on the network. Mention Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode PLLC. Rafferty's Restaurant. We're going to have the 11th Region preview show at Rafferty's, I think, on Sunday, right?
What time are we doing that?
What do you think?
3.
You think 3 would be good?
Yeah. 3, 4, 3 o'clock. We'll do it from 3 to 4:30 or something like that.
Yeah, so we'll set up over there and do a little podcast preview.
We'll have coaches over there and talk to the coaches and preview the 11th region for you.
We're doing the draw Saturday, right?
Yeah, Saturday morning.
So we'll have the whole bracket figured out for you guys by Sunday.
Yeah, they'll play at the district winners will host the first round of the 11th region, then the semis, and the final moves over to Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah. I'm excited, man.
Good stuff. We're lucky to be right here in this 43rd, 42 of the best districts in the state and the 11th region. Probably the best regional in the state of Kentucky.
I tell people every day, you know, there's no other place I'd rather be, honestly, than right here with this great basketball here. And I mean, even if you travel outside of Lexington too, you got great basketball with the 12th region schools. If you go down the Jessamine County way, and then, you know, obviously GRC's got a great program, and Paris and Bourbon.
DeYoung gets it in backcourt. Works across, looking for Surratt. Out it comes down low to Surratt. Turns, and he's fouled. Let's see who they got for that. Was that Carter? Yeah, I think it was Carter.
Carter may have fouled the wrong guy, though. You don't want to – maybe he had no other choice to foul Surratt, but Surratt's a great free throw shooter.
Looking for his 26th point at the line.
Missed
and it rolled off. That's his first miss. He had not missed a free throw prior to that one. And this is a big one because this can tie it up.
That was not a Ray Surratt normal free throw shot right there.
Normally
I knew it when he left his hands.
It's normally nothing but net.
Yeah.
And that's nothing but net. So 26 now for Surratt. What'd you say, 13 rebounds?
Yeah, he's got 13 rebounds.
And he's
got 9 blocks.
One shy of a triple-double. 35 seconds, 57 all. Dunbar and Lafayette here at the 43rd district's going to come down to this. Spalding will work it across for Dunbar. Scott Chalk wants a timeout. He calls a timeout with 28.4 seconds to go in this game. Timeout for Dunbar.
Lafayette does got one foul to give. So coming out of this, you know, I would imagine that they would possibly foul. We'll see.
That would put the 7th foul would put.
Oh, okay.
Put
6
Dunbar in the
apiece.
bonus.
Gotcha.
So look at all these people with phones and iPhones and taping this game and everything right in front of us here.
Yeah, this game is going to be a social media barn burner here in a little bit. But you saw it here first on prep screen, of course. I was looking up at the board and I thought I saw 5 there for Dunbar.
Yeah.
Or for Lafayette.
Yeah, both teams have 16 fouls, so the next foul will put either team in the bonus with 28 seconds to go here. And of course, if you're Lafayette, when you get the ball, you want to get it down to Big Ray Surratt.
Yeah, I like to retract my statement there.
Yeah.
Do not foul. You don't want to foul here.
All right, let's hear
We
some
got
noise.
a good perch up here. A good spot for the broadcast tonight, William.
Yeah, I like it.
Right up here at midcourt.
They took care of us, put us right here, center
I want
court.
to thank, of course, it's John Dixon's the AD over here, isn't he?
John Dixon, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks to John for all his hospitality.
John Dixon and Coach Gay took care of us.
Yep. Coach Gay's going to be on the Scholastic Ball Report this week.
And Jay Borges took care of us too, didn't he?
Yeah. So Spalding
20 seconds.
to Carter. Over it goes to Nick Spalding. Back to Todd. Over to Hall. Over to Carter. He gets some pressure. Carter dribbles, looking to dribble out of it. 10 seconds to go in this ball game. 57 all. Timeout for Scott Chalk. He wants a 30-second timeout.
So this is where you design a play. And I would imagine Hall or Carter here, Gary.
Yeah, Carter's been the story of the second. He has 4 threes here in the second half, 16 points overall, all 16 of those in the second half. He's the game's high scorer for Dunbar. In the second half, he's done all that in the second. In the third quarter, I think he had 12 points.
Yeah, I mean, he picked up. He had 13 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, 13. You're right.
Yeah, he did all that starting in the third quarter. We didn't even hear about him in the first half at all.
We wondered who he was. We know now. There's no identity problem now.
Third quarter man.
57 all. Dunbar and Lafayette. This is the way you start a tournament, isn't it? The 43rd District at Nolan Barger Gymnasium. Comes down to the 7.6 seconds. Dunbar trying to get to the Lexington Catholic game. Spalding across the line to Carter. Over to Nick's three-pointer. Off the mark and rebounded. And we're going to overtime. We're going to overtime. So,
wow.
What do you think, William? Headed to overtime. Our first, right out of the bat, first district game, 43rd District, overtime.
These two teams don't want to end their season. I know that.
So we'll pause for this break and come back. It's 57 all. Dunbar and Lafayette here on the Mingy Beef Jerky High School Basketball Game of the Week. Records. Lafayette a winner of 10. They only won 10 ball games this year, and I believe Dunbar won 12.
I'm no disrespect to some of the teams out there, but when you take a 43rd district team or a 42nd district team and match them up with other districts in the state, maybe you take out the 7th and the 8th region, Gary. Maybe you take out John Hardin's region, maybe
5.
Yeah, so you take out those regions, but you put these teams up with anybody else in the state, and 90% of the time they're going to win.
Blake missed the second one. He made that first one, 64-62. Minute 25 here in the first overtime. Gary Ball with William Moorfield, the king of stream.
I do got to give some love to my 12th region teams, though. They're always decent.
Spalding lines up to 3. Got it!
Wow.
Nick Spalding, 15 points. 65-64 Dunbar by 1. In backcourt. They go now right side, and that's blocked by Kamwimba. What a block on Perkins.
Another huge block.
Zach Carter down to 51 seconds. Carter gives it up to Spalding. He hands it back to Carter. Goes, and that ball was knocked away and goes back to Dunbar.
You got to fix our scoreboard on our end here. Got to put one up for Lafayette. 65-64 is the score.
Yep. Dunbar by 1. They got a huge 3 from Nick Spalding. Dillon back over to Carter. Over to Hall. Hall dribbles out of the double team and reverses it up and in. Tim Hall. 20 for Hall. And we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Mendenhall. It'll be a full timeout, I believe. Yeah.
67-64.
Number 55, Lionel Dunbar.
So this, looking up there on their Now you gotta remember, Dunbar was announced today as the visiting team, though, Gary. When they were first announced, they were the first ones announced.
Well, they're in white. So
that's what I was thinking too. But
yeah, they're in white, so that represents the home team.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we got the scores matched up here, but Dunbar originally introduced as a visiting team. They were introduced first today.
Lafayette and Dunbar, it's been a classic 43rd District battle here tonight at Tate's Creek's 43rd District Tournament. Girls game won earlier by Lexington Catholic by 20 over LCA. 67-64. Lafayette. Ray Surratt does not want to end his career.
Nope, not at all. None of these guys do.
Got 26 points, 14 rebounds, and 9 blocks. Almost a triple-double. 1 block away from it. Surratt lines up a three, in and out, rebounded. Coming away with it is Hall. Long pass and tipped away, and it goes knocked away by Lafayette, goes back to Dunbar. Timeout by Dunbar with 16.4 seconds in this overtime. This is the first overtime.
We'll go back and look at that long pass right there.
Yeah, Abe Nelson thought he had it. Abe Nelson batting Kamwimba.
Definitely went off Lafayette.
That was a good call.
Yeah, great call by the official.
Been a well officiated game. Nothing that we can complain about tonight, if we complained about it.
This has been great basketball here tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately somebody's got to go home, and right now Dunbar's got the upper hand. They got a 3-point lead and the basketball was 16.
Who do you think Lexington Catholic would rather play out of these two teams?
Probably Lafayette.
Think so? Even with the size advantage with Surratt?
I think so. Still undecided who they're going to get. The trigger man will be Zach Carter. What a second half he's had. Gives it up to Spalding. That's going to be a foul. And so Spalding will go to the line. He's fouled by DeYoung.
Lafayette in a hole right now. They put a decent free throw shooter at the line.
Yeah, 81%. I'm sorry, Dylan Spalding is a 91% free throw shooter. I think I said 81.
Yeah.
Missed it. Rebounded by Surratt.
Lafayette
gets it up to DeYoung. A three-pointer will tie it. DeYoung down the lane. Blocked by Kamwimba.
Wow, what a
Kamwimba with another rejection.
My goodness. What we were talking about.
What a rim protector he's been. So at the line will be Zach Carter. He remember last time he's up there, he airballed one.
This is like watching David Robinson and Olajuwon again, all over again with all these blocks. Taking you guys back old school here.
Carter knocks down the free throw. He now has 17 points. Looking for his 18th point. What a job. And all those have been in the second half, William.
Yeah.
This is a big one here. Put him up 2 possessions. Missed it. Rebounded by Surratt. Gives it to DeYoung. Back it goes Surratt, and he throws it up, and he's fouled with 1.1 second to go.
Well, he's going to try to hit the first 2.
Yeah, that's exactly what he'll do.
Trying to miss that third one. Do they say he shoots 2?
Yeah.
Should shoot 3, right?
Yeah, they got 3, shooting 3. Clayton Brooks, and he missed it.
All right.
Yeah, he has 2 now. 68-64. 1.1 second in the overtime. Free throw good. That's 27 now for Surratt. Timeout by Lafayette. 1.1 second.
68-65, Gary.
Yep, Sean Perkins just checked in for Lafayette.
Do you have time, you think, to kick it out for a three if you got the rebound?
Probably. You probably do, William. Coach Salzman there talking to you.
Yeah, he was. He's like, man, what a game! What a game!
Yeah, great game. So tomorrow night we'll have two more great games here at the 43rd. Girls action will be Tate's Creek, and they will take on in that girls game. They will play Lafayette. Tate's Creek Lafayette girls at 6. At 7:45, a good boys game between Tate's Creek and LCA.
Be a good one.
Tanner Walt was do his best Larry Bird impression. We think.
Well, he certainly has done it all year long.
Yeah, he was one of the leading scorers in a matter of fact, he led the region in scoring for a while this year. He throws it off the backboard, but he's got to hit the rim, though.
Yeah, he about broke the
He about
broke the backboard.
He about shattered that backboard.
We might have not finished this thing tonight. Wow.
0.8 of a second. Took 0.3 of a second off. Yeah, they're going to put 1.1 second back on the clock.
Yeah, you got to because it automatically goes out of bounds.
So Carter gets it in now to Spalding, and it's over. And Dunbar, 68, Lafayette 65 in overtime here. Dunbar wins it over Lafayette. So a great win by Paul Arntz Dunbar and a great second half by Zach Carter. Tim Hall played a great game. And Nick Spalding had a great game. So those are the three big guns. But Zach Carter tonight, what a story he is.
Yeah, Zach Carter, I mean, we talk about the second half of this ball game and then making a big free throw here in the overtime. I mean, he came up huge for Dunbar tonight, no doubt about it.
So Dunbar wins it in overtime, 68-65. And boy, what a career by Ray Surratt, the son of Marvin Stone. He ends his career. He has 27 points tonight, 15 rebounds, and 9 block shots.
9 block shots. Amazing.
Well, Jay Bordas.
Hey, Jay.
Bordas.
Appreciate you, man.
And we think Coach and John Dixon helped out here tonight. But what a ball game. 68-65, Dunbar over Lafayette.
All right, well, Gary, we got 2 more games tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. Yep.
So we're going to keep this short and brief. We appreciate everybody
watching
tuning in, and make sure to check us out tomorrow as well.
Yeah,
we'll
tomorrow,
be right back here.
43rd, we'll have the girls' game at 6 o'clock, as it will be a good battle between Lafayette and they will play Tate's Creek. Tate's Creek girls have had a good season this year. Lafayette's, I think, did they win 20 games this year? 19 or 20 anyway.
Yeah.
And then after that, it'll be the Tate's Creek LCA boys. Lexington Catholic will take on Dunbar Wednesday night for an opportunity to go to the 11th region tournament. So those have been set. And also tonight, Lexington Catholic punched their ticket to Wednesday night semifinal.
Wednesday
game.
night, you got a doubleheader, Lexington Catholic Dunbar.
That's right, Lexington. That's right. So looking forward to it. Ed tomorrow night, join us at 6 o'clock with that girls game between Lafayette as they will play Tate's Creek. Until then, for William Moorfield, the King of String, this is Gary Ball in overtime. Dunbar 68 and 65 for Lafayette. And let's look at the final tallies here before we sign off. 27 points and what's that? How many rebounds is that? 16?
16.
And 9 block shots.
9 blocks,
It was just 1 block shot. And you got the final stat sheet there. William Moorfield's going to get that out to you. And the final here.
We're going to tweet it out. So
yeah, 68-65, Dunbar in overtime to tomorrow night, folks. More 43rd district. This is a great way to start the 43rd district tournament with an overtime game won by Dunbar, 68-65. We'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on the Mingy Beef Jerky High School Basketball Tournament Game of the Week.